Hi, Taurus-Gemini. Welcome to your general cosmic tarot energy reading and messages. I hope that this live found you in the highest vibration possible. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to these weekly readings. I thank you for all the love and support you do show to my channel, for all your likes, all your comments. For those of you that have recently subscribed, welcome. For those of you that have that post bell notification turned on to all, I thank you. And for those of you that do leave your beautiful comments and share your stories and your energy here, I truly appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, okay? In the depths of my soul. Taurus Gemini, we're going to get into these messages, but first, let's offer up some gratitude into our space, okay? Do whatever gratitude practice feels right and best for you in this moment. I'm going to sound my sound bowl once. We're going to let the sound travel. Once it dissipates, we'll get into this energy, all right? Here we go. Almighty Creator, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the Taurus-Gemini cusp collective of energy here on YouTube. What planets, what houses, what transits, what aspects, what zodiac signs or elemental energies are guiding, influencing, and supporting Taurus-Gemini in the now moment? Cosmic energy messages for Taurus-Gemini in the now moment. Okay. You've got the 4th house. Vibration of 28. You've also got the 2nd house. There's that Taurus energy. Okay. 4th house is Cancer. Some of you might have a Cancer placement somewhere in your natal chart. And the last energy, ooh, you got South Node, okay, and life's debts. Another energy of family karma, Taurus Gemini. I don't know if you guys are cross-watching or just tuning into the other reads I've done thus far for this series. But it seems like there are a lot of familial cycles that are coming to a close, coming to an end. I think for some of y'all, it's owning the roots that you've created, the seeds that you've planted. Okay, vibration of 26 here with the 2nd house, breaking down into an 8. You also then have 28, breaks down to a 10, which is just a 1. And you got 42 breaking down into a 6. Okay, so 1, 6, 8, 10, 26, 28, 42 could all be important numbers here for you, Taurus Gemini. We do have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, which is your opposing sign to your Taurian energy. So this new moon solar eclipse is really going to hit you, okay? Yeah, I think the weight, the weight that you carry, I just heard that. That's so loud. The weight that you carry. The weight that you carry, the weight, I don't want to say the weight of the world, but the weight on your shoulders. You're bearing something here, Taurus Gemini. Again, like I felt, it's taking ownership of the seeds that you've planted. Some of you, these seeds that you've planted, for some of y'all could be children. Not that you don't own your kids or, you know, take care of your children. No, I really do think it's almost like a reality check slightly here, Taurus Gemini. Like, Yeah, some of y'all, okay, that's a lot coming in at once, y'all. Bear with me. For some of y'all, with the South Node energy, it would be a past life, okay? Some of you guys are reaping the things that were sown, energies that were sown, experiences that were sown, consequences for some of you guys that were sown in a previous life in this lifetime. And that has to do with family, whether this is in your direct nucleus family, whether this is family, a family that you've created here, Taurus, Gemini, and that owning, but also owed. I almost feel like you might be under this energy where you feel like you owe people something. Like, I owe them this seed, or I owe them this tree, or, I owe them something. Something in your soul tells you that you owe somebody something, but I think it's from a past life here, Taurus, Gemini. So you either owe it to your family, or I owe it to my mom, my dad, I owe it to somebody to either right or wrong here, Taurus, Gemini. Something about this is very like, oh, okay. I'm gonna put this down. Yeah. Thank you, Divine, because I was like, yeah, this feels like it. You got Neptune in sacrifice, Piscean energy. And that's what I was just about to say. It feels very like in between worlds. Like you're almost living out a past life in this life somehow, some way. Or you might be someone, Taurus, Gemini, that has a lot of dreams about previous lifetimes that you've lived. Or maybe you experience deja vu a lot. Like, I've been here before, I've seen this before. I don't know how, because this is my first time doing this or seeing this or meeting somebody, but something about this, I've had this vision before. Some of you guys, you might be riddled with that over the next few weeks. Okay, so just buckle in, Taurus, Gemini. Okay, with the South Node and the roots and the owning. There's also a lesson here, Taurus, Gemini, from your second house, which is your natural house for your Taurian energy, that what you own owns you. When you acquire a lot of possession, you're responsible for a lot more, right? Some of you battle, especially with your Taurus, Gemini cusp, you battle with that sense of responsibility, but also that need to be sporadic and spontaneous. But the more you own, the more you are contractually obligated to show up or support or take care of or maintenance and maintain all of these possessions, the more you maybe realize you don't have the freedom to be as spontaneous and sporadic as you want to be sometimes. I don't feel like it's an all the time thing. I think you do enjoy the responsibility of things, Taurus, Gemini. I just feel like there's that Gemini random, sporadic, kind of spazzy a little bit. It's the twins. It's uh good twin, evil twin type of thing. It's just sometimes you have this shift where you need something different, or you kind of get a little reckless or have the desire to be a little reckless, yet that's limited here, Taurus, Gemini, because again, what you own owns you. Maybe that's what you feel obligated to. Maybe this is a life, especially with the fourth house and roots, it's all about family, lifestyle, right? Lineage, right? That's why it's roots. Maybe this is something that you built in good hopes and good faith that it would support a family, your direct family, your extended family, or the family that you've created yourself here, Taurus, Gemini. But then there's this, again, that word reality check that comes in with this South Node energy, where you might tune into the frequency of, I've done this before. This isn't anything new. And that might make you feel away, because I get that sense that it's not necessarily a happy feeling, but it's not necessarily a sad feeling either. It's almost like bittersweet. Some of you definitely feel like you've made a lot of sacrifices to own a lot of things, to have some sort of financial stability, to be a provider in your life or for other people. And maybe that's the weight that now has gotten a bit heavy, and maybe more heavy than you were realizing, right? Or maybe it's just more things being added on. And it's starting to feel like life's debts, again, what you owe. Okay, for those of you that aren't aware where the South Node is, it is a lunar node point, okay? So for instance, Taurus Gemini, if your South Node is in Scorpio, your lunar North Node would be in Taurus, okay? Or if your North Node is in Gemini, your lunar South Node would be in Sagittarius, okay? So it's the 7th house opposing energies when it comes to your lunar nodes. There's a lot coming through Taurus Gemini. So again, this might be another long reading. I hope you guys don't mind too much with these readings past being kind of long, but I feel like there's a part of your soul that felt like you needed or you had to sacrifice something in this lifetime. Sacrifice either, I just heard love. Maybe you felt like you had to sacrifice love or your own pursuits, your own passions in order to step into a role of responsibility. It's almost like I get that energy of, let's say, and this is something that it plagues a lot of communities here. And I mean, there's good parts about it and there's bad parts about it, but let's just say you grew up in a home here because you have the 4th house in roots, Taurus Gemini. Let's say you're a masculine energy, okay? And let's say your father wasn't in the house with you or left or, wasn't around as much. And so you assumed that it was your responsibility to take care of your mother, take care of the home. Maybe you had sisters or siblings, that you stepped into this father role or this almost like second parent role to help your mother, or maybe this was your mother that was left and you felt like you had to step in to support your father. Like, take it how it resonates, but it's almost like this assumed responsibility way before your time. Like, you didn't get to be a kid. You had to kind of own up or take responsibility or take charge over a lot at a time that might have been very almost inappropriate, right? But it happens like that. And I feel like that's something that is a part of your South Node. It's a part of your life's debts. It's a part of your karmic patterning. Like I said, I think you've done this in a lifetime before, or somehow your soul finds itself in these situations, okay, where you have to make a lot of sacrifices very young in order for everyone around you to be okay, or in order to support those that you love. Whether this is told to you that you have to do that, maybe that was some lifetimes, or whether you just assumed the role without anyone saying that you had to, you just felt obligated, right? Okay. I was waiting to see if there was anything else. Ooh. But we will go ahead and get into the tarot. Like I said, Taurus Gemini, you might want to buckle in because I do feel like this might be a bit long. And I hope you don't mind, but let's get into it. Thank you so much, Shiva, for these beautiful energies here for Taurus Gemini. Tell me more about the 2nd house, the 4th house, and this South Node. Some of you, your South Node could be in Cancer, which would mean your North Node is in Capricorn. So when I say that, it's like your North Node is like technically your North Star energy. It's the energy that you're here to ascend into. Your South Node would be an energy that you incarnated under in a past life that's tethered to this particular lifetime, right? Hence the tree. So you're branching off or leafing off one of the branches in your total tree of life, right? In this lifetime. So let's see. Tell me more about this 2nd house. What is owning Taurus Gemini? Yeah, there you go. Taurus energy. 5 of Pentacles. financial woes and worries. Some of you might really resonate here with that, you know, maybe a parent left you and your family out in the cold. So you assumed responsibility to make sure you guys could get indoors, find warmth, right? Find some sort of stability. Five of Pentacles is also sometimes financial insecurity. So maybe you didn't take on the parent role, but you watched your parents struggle financially. So it was like, I'm going to make sure that I make enough money that nobody has to struggle ever again. Okay? So again, I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself here, Taurus-Gemini. Come on now, y'all. Look at y'all. It's your Empress energy. That's you and Libra, right? Regardless of your gender, it's Venus. Okay? Like I said, some of you guys might be really feeling grounded, very earthy over the next few days, especially as we get into the solar eclipse in Scorpio, because again, it would be your opposing energy being illuminated. So you might feel more in your feminine dynamic than your masculine here, okay? Embrace it. Take care of yourself. But that's the Empress energy, right? Some of you, this definitely was to protect a mother. Some of you maybe feel like you had to protect your mother somehow, some way. I don't know why protection came out. And then you got the moon. Some of you could have Taurus moon placement. Maybe you guys are a Libra moon, or your moon is in your second house. Yeah, there you go. Got the Ten of Pentacles, right? Family. You got the Ten of Wands. There you go. Burdens and the world, right? Interestingly enough, I never get that from the world, but I just heard I have to keep it together. Like I have to keep this ball rolling. Some of you really, really adore your mother, or you're the mother figure that you had growing up. I think it comes from a very sweet and a very honorable place here, Taurus-Gemini. Although, yes, maybe for some of y'all, you were maybe a bit too young to take on that mentality when it comes to your mother or your parent or your guardian in your household. But I think you did it anyway. Okay? Yeah, I think your mother definitely means the world to you. That's interesting. Why is that coming through? Because for some of y'all, yeah, this was watching your mother do everything that they could to give you the world, give you what they had, make sure you were okay, have some sort of family or stability with the Ten of Pentacles, right? Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe, yeah, at one point, your mother was maybe left out in the cold to take care of you and your siblings, but then rose into this Empress energy, right? You watched her grow the Five of Pentacles into a Ten of Pentacles on her own, Ten of Wands, right? She completed that cycle by her lonesome. I don't know why I'm getting that, but the Ten of Wands, yeah, it's carrying all the weight. It's carrying all the weight. There's the weight. Maybe you wished growing up that you could do more. I wish I could have done more to support my family, or, you know, something around that. Yeah, it's really noble, right? I really do feel that, but I do feel like it might be slightly misplaced. As to say, Taurus-Gemini, especially if this is when you were a child, you were a child. It's not your role to take care of your parents when you are unable. You know what I mean? And so I think it was a lot of pressure that you absorbed, a lot of responsibility that you absorbed before it was really your time to. And that's okay, because again, that happens a lot in families, right? Regardless of your gender, male or female, okay? But yeah, I really do feel like there is this with the moon energy too. Tell me that this moon and the Ten of Wands, I want to look at that a little more. Yeah, I think at the root of this all, it is centered around, yeah, there's judgment. It is centered around financial insecurity. Okay. In Taurus Gemini, you might deal with a situation like this where you might be, because the Ten of Pentacles is here, you actually might be financially secure, but you're still carrying the energy as if you're financially insecure, as if you're still, I guess we can use that phrase, but as if you're still trying to like get it out the mud. It's like you've already gotten it out of the mud. It's out the mud. It's washed off. It's clean. It's done. But you still carry the, I just heard psychological effects, or like the the psyche of someone who's in the Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold, down and out, right? Rubbing two pennies together to make a dollar. Like it's like that's still a mentality or an energy you're carrying. Ten of Wands, Moon, right? The emotions of what that felt like is something that I don't think you've let go of. Even though you're already in the Ten of Pentacles, even though that cycle has, that Five of Pentacles cycle has long been gone, you still carry it though. So that's something to think about. That's something that might come out a little more as we get again closer to this moon, because you do have judgment, and judgment is Scorpio energy. So yeah, that's what this new moon is going to pull out of you. The Seven of Wands. Some of you maybe hold resentment towards your family, or maybe towards, like, again, if someone left you and a parent out in the cold. Yeah, you got the Star. You might still have a little bit of resentment here, a little bit of defense. Some of you, because the Five of Pentacles could also talk about like a lack mentality. And I think that's what's so interesting here towards Gemini for you, because I don't necessarily see you lacking anything, but it's the mentality that you carry. Tell me more about the Star, Judgment, and the, whoa, and the Seven of Wands for the fourth house. Yeah, High Priestess. Seven of Cups, right? Like I said. So this new moon, this solar eclipse is going to call out some of this energy from you, Taurus Gemini, okay? It's going to get you to look at your family. It's going to get you to look at your roots. It's going to get you to look at your childhood here, okay? Yeah, Ten of Cups. Come on, you got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Judgment and the Star is again, it's your North Node, okay? Some of you, if you do not know your North and South Node, definitely check out the free natal chart link in my description box. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get commission off of it. It's just a website that I found to be very accurate, okay? You'll want to follow the Western or tropical calculation to get a basic understanding of your North and South Node polarities. Because it feels like this new moon solar eclipse is going to really highlight those areas for you. So the more you know about that, High Priestess, the more you're in the know, the less defensive you'll be around what the divine is trying to bring into harmony and union with you. I'm a Taurus Gemini with a Taurus moon, Cancer North Node. Wow, yeah. Trying to come out of the Capricorn South Node. That's so on point, Chani. Is it Chani? Chani? Sorry if I mispronounced that, my love. But yeah, that's exactly what this is. Trying to come out of that South Node energy and be called, or allow your higher self, High Priestess, to call you towards your North Node. And maybe, yeah, Empress, learning how to really nurture that feminine vibration. Cancer being the moon, fourth house. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But yeah, so What I would suggest here, Taurus Gemini, again, as we pull into this new moon solar eclipse, y'all probably gonna hear me say that like 17 more times in this reading, okay? I apologize for the overkill. But flow with this Seven of Cups. It is Scorpio energy. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a little chaotic for you. It might be a bit overwhelming. But the Judgment is also a call to truth. It's a call to awareness. It's a call to do the work. Last chance to do the work before you complete the cycle. Judgment, then the world. Okay, so really dig deep here, Taurus Gemini. Really face what's in these 7 cups so that you could have a deeper knowing of what this 10 of Cups feels like for you. Because again, it's the 4th house, Cancer. You got the moon out here. So really tune into what you feel. Yeah. Because if you resist this, you're going to be resisting your harmony. You're going to resist your balance. And you need that right now. I can definitely tell that, especially with the 10 of Wands. Something's definitely either been overworking you. That's that ownership, 2nd house. You've been overly dedicated or overly focused on the material. And it's time to get a little bit in the ethereal. Time to take care of your spirit here. And again, this is a beautiful new moon to do it under. Oh, got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. The 7 of Pentacles also tells me, yeah, I think at a very young age here, Taurus Gemini, you felt this push, felt like there was this barrier placed on finances for you. Again, financial insecurity that you were determined to break through. And like I said, I think you've broken through it. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for being here, love. I think you've broken through it, and it's time to really look at that. Review that. Yeah, come on now. You got the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting let go. To let go of it. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Yeah, some of you definitely have an Earth South Node. South Node could be Capricorn for sure. Right? That's what Chani shared. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, love. I'm trying to think. What's the 7? What is the 7 of Pentacles? Is it... Oh, it might be Taurus. 7 of Pentacles might be Taurus too. Wow. And you got the 6 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to conquer this South Node energy. Okay? You're definitely going to conquer it. You're going to overcome it. You're going to have a victory when it comes to heading towards your North Node. So you're not going to stay in your karmic cycles here for too much longer, Taurus Gemini. The 7 of Pentacles says you're reaching that point where you're ready to change. Yeah, look at that. Queen of Pentacles. More Capricorn. You're ready to change. And the Page of Cups. And that change includes you keeping an open heart, working on that heart space energy. Like I said, some of you guys have been super focused on the pentacle, on your material, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to ignore the burden that you're placing on yourself, to ignore how you are spreading yourself a little too thin, would be a mistake here, Taurus Gemini. So that's why your 4th house is calling you home. It's your roots. It's like your higher self is saying, like, come home, come into harmony, come in with me. Spend more time with me. Let your mind wander away from work a little bit here, Taurus Gemini. Don't push away your intuition. This would not be the time to do that, especially as we head into Scorpio season. Y'all already know this is a spooky time of year. It's spooky like that for a reason, because the veil is super thin between the spiritual world and the earthly plane. This would not be the time to ignore your intuition, Taurus Gemini. Don't be stubborn. Try not to be stubborn around it. Try to surrender. Okay? Because that's that surrender. That's that Page of Cups. Page of Cups says, I'm open. Here's what I have to offer. I'm vulnerable. It's an extension of the heart. It's like, okay, right? I'm willing to forgive. The Page of Cups forgives so easily. Like I said, some of you, there might be a little bit of resentment coming up that you might not have even been aware of until this new moon. And that's what I mean. Page of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is also another motherly energy. It's almost like the page is like, here, this is what all I have to give. All I have to give is my love. I really do get that that's the child version of you, Taurus Gemini, even though it's a Page of Cups. Right? We all can tap into all the elements. I think you really nurtured your inner empress by taking on the responsibility of taking care of someone else. Whether it was a mother, whether it was a parent, maybe it was a sibling. Again, I owe you this cup, Page of Cups, to the Queen of Pentacles. Some of y'all, okay, I feel like for a select few of you, not all of y'all, because the Ten of Cups is here and the Ten of Pentacles. This could have to do with like a marriage you're a part of. This could have to do with a lover. Take it how it resonates, okay? Feeling like you owe somebody the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you feel like has stuck with you through the ups and the downs, through the cold nights and the sunny days, right? Like, that's only for a select few of y'all, though, okay? Others of y'all, this is totally based in your family energy or having to do with your lunar north and south node polarities, okay? Something about that Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Taurus Gemini, something new might be coming in for you. And I'm being pulled into the Seven of Wands. Please don't resist it. Don't resist it. Because it feels like whatever's coming in new is exactly the sense of success, the sense of victory that you're looking for. But if you're too caught up in your South Node energy, you're going to reject it because you don't feel like you're worth it, right? Judgment in the Star and the Seven of Cups. It's going to come. This offer is going to be confusing to you. Like, why are you giving me this pentacle? Again, some of you, it's the lack mentality. Others of you, it's just because you're spread so thin. Others of you, you're not used to receiving. Ooh. Especially Chani, I'm sorry. I think it's Chani. I apologize. With that South Node in Capricorn and North Node into Cancer, that would be that energy. Capricorn is very used to being the provider. Cancer energies are often positioned to receive. It really is, for those of you with that lunar South Node, North Node polarity, it really is that mother-father dynamic. Capricorn is the father, it's Saturn, Cancer being the mother and the moon. So for a lot of y'all, I feel like it's learning how to parent yourself, if that makes sense. Learning how to be disciplined with yourself. I think you know that very well, especially with the second house being out here, but then also how to hold compassion for yourself. And allowing both energies to be true and valid. They don't cancel one another out. That's how you really balance that node energy. Understanding that it's just two sides of the same coin. Ace of Pentacles. There you go. Two sides of the same coin. And then look at that. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck for Neptune and sacrifice. So like I said, some of you feel like you had to sacrifice love. Like I had to sacrifice relationships because I got to focus on my pinnacle, because I got to take care of myself. I got to take care of a parent. I got to take care of my responsibilities, siblings, whatever, family, wife, husband, take it how it resonates. Okay. So I'm not doing this for the love. I'm doing it because I'm obligated to. That's for some of y'all. Others of y'all, it's wholeheartedly being like, I don't want a relationship because it's going to distract me from my coin. But really deep under that is you not wanting a relationship because you don't want to face this Scorpio energy, this Seven of Cups. You don't want to go that deep emotionally to unearth all the things that you might be uncomfortable with. Taurus-Gemini. Because if you do that, then you know that you have to change. There's no option to stay the same once you reveal what's in these cups. And I think that's why you've either kept it hidden, you've ignored it, or you've resisted your intuition here with the High Priestess. So your intuition was trying to lead you towards the Ten of Cups, but because you, again, felt like it was either going to be a distraction, felt like it was something that you had to sacrifice because for whatever reason, okay? Some of you, it might have to do with like self-worth. Take it how that resonates. Like, I'm not worthy of the Ten of Cups. But your higher self keeps trying to lead you towards it, but you're resisting it. So that's what's getting called out here. Judgment. Time to let go of all of that confusing energy. Time to face your own darkness here, Taurus, Gemini, and cleanse yourself of it. Star energy. Okay, what's behind this Four of Wands? Yeah, fighting it. Fighting the unions, fighting the commitment, fighting what's almost destined for you here, okay? Some of you, hopefully this lets you know that in that resistance, you're sticking with your South Node energy, where you're in this lifetime to head towards your North Node, and there's the King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Fighting. Ooh, some of you, it's fighting the responsibility. Interesting. Fighting the responsibility. Or feeling like you have to compete. Again, it's that Five of Pentacles. I don't have enough to be in a relationship. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. It's not about what you have, Taurus, Gemini. Right? Page of Cups don't have much but that cup. That doesn't stop the Page of Cups from receiving love or being in relationships or forming new friendships or being open, right? I think that's the lesson here. It's not about what you have materially. It's about where your heart's at. Okay? And you got the Two of Swords and that King of Cups. There we go. It's all about where your heart is at. Okay? Now, that Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is Moon in Libra. Okay, some of y'all, and again, this might not, I feel like I'm really tuned into a select few of y'all, okay, but this could definitely still be your reading. Some of you had a decision to make. Hi, Mo, thanks for being here, love. Yeah. Using work and business to avoid relationship, exactly. Fighting it off. Right? Because I'm the King of Pentacles. I have so many responsibilities. I don't have time, right? Really, it's just because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to be wounded. You don't want to expose yourself. Ooh, Taurus Gemini. Oh man. Some of you might actually have some Virgo placements. Okay. Some of you definitely have some Virgo placements. I think maybe that Seven of Pentacles is Virgo. Maybe I was mistaken. I don't know. But I think that you were afraid to appear less than perfect in some aspects. It's like things either had to be very perfect for you to even consider something, but chasing perfection is a never ending road, right? You'll never get to that level of perfection. So you'll always be chasing, and you're going to miss out on some really good things here if you continue to operate under that mentality. Again, Two of Swords, that you have to sacrifice one for the other. I can't be the father and the mother at the same time. Who says that? Absolutely you can. 100% you can. Right? You can be about your coin, you can be about the material, you can be about your stability, but also have love and have relationships that are healthy. I feel like I said this in another reading too. This maybe was a love reading I did last week-ish, where those of you who are really deep into your bag, which I ain't mad at it, okay? But don't be so deep in that bag that you miss out on love that could amplify that bag, that could expand that coin with half the effort. Look at all the effort you're putting in. 10 of Wands. And yeah, it's getting you places. Yeah, it's working. But you could be spread less than, right? You could have some more time for yourself. That's what love does. So a lot of people feel like I have to focus on the coin, and love's just a distraction. Love's just going to keep me from all the goals. And no, love actually will get you to those goals quicker. That's what people don't understand. Not all people, but generally. You hustle so much that you miss out on life. There's clearly somebody here, especially with the Four of Wands. There's clear, in the High Priestess, there's something here, someone here, a relationship here that wants to come in. Page of Cups. That I think, Taurus Gemini, if you allow that energy in, you would be astonished at how quickly and how rapidly you come out of that Seven of Pentacles. New opportunities that you couldn't even imagine being aligned with. Ace of Pentacles start coming in. Why? Because you opened up your heart. Your heart chakra is where you give and receive abundance from. So if that's closed off, you're not giving and you're not receiving it. So you're over laboring to create it when it's not, it doesn't take a lot of labor. True alignment comes with ease. Okay? It just flows. It just happens. So don't resist the flow. Yeah. This new moon is really going to unearth a lot of things for you, Taurus Gemini, and I really want you guys to allow that to happen. Don't be afraid to appear vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be wounded. It's okay. We all have our wounds. But try not to, yeah, come on now, new beginnings. Ace of Pentacles, right? Try not to over-sacrifice yourself for the sake of something that truly is fleeting, right? Like, again, I don't want to be a broken record, but let love into your life here, Taurus Gemini. You'll be very, very surprised. Now, again, let me say this because that can get misconstrued super easily. Not just any old love. Not just any old body who's offering a cup. Don't just go out and get a significant other, a spouse, or you know what I'm saying? Don't just go rush into something just because it's like, okay, I got love now where's the abundance? No. Don't work like that. You can't just put anybody in that role and expect the same result. No, it has to be the person that, or the people, the persons, right? Because we have soulmates, right? But it has to be somebody who is in alignment with you. Okay? Going and connected with someone who you know is toxic is not going to bring you that Ace of Pentacles. No. If anything, it's going to put you, if you've gotten to the 10 of Pentacles, it's going to put you right back at the 5. So Taurus Gemini, you get with somebody, you start dating somebody, and your money start going dwindling quick. It's a sign, babes. High Priestess, it's a sign. Guard yourself, because this ain't it. That ain't it. Healthy, true love amplifies. Always. That's the Empress energy. Yeah, come on now. Openness. Highest energetic outcome is a new beginning and openness. Look at the moon. Come on now. This moon about to open Taurus Gemini up. Okay, you got technically 3 moons here. The 4th house, the moon card, and now openness. So be open to new beginnings here, Taurus Gemini. Use discernment though. Okay, use discernment. Trust. Ooh. Taurus Gemini, trust is a big one. Especially with the 9 of Wands. I feel like Taurus Gemini is, because somehow we're moving into love here, but I feel like, especially with the Page of Cups I just heard, I've given my heart so many times. But were you giving your heart to the right people? I don't know. You tell me, Taurus Gemini. I feel like you know the answer, High Priestess. You know. Okay, what you need to focus on is going forward. Forward movement, Taurus Gemini. Forward movement. Moving on. Okay? Not staying in your karmic South Node energy. Trusting that as long as you remain open to what the divine has for you, new beginnings that come your way, and you don't allow fear or worry or stress, 5 of Pentacles, or lack mentality to keep you from trying something new, doing something different, to get new results. 2 pathways here. You gotta find a little bit more courage and a little bit of strength to walk this path, to be open. And trust that where your higher self, that High Priestess energy, where it's leading you, is to your 10 of Cups. Y'all, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles are in your reading, okay? So if there was ever a doubt of your security, your stability in work, career, finances, and in relationships, I hope that this clears that out. Because that's not far-fetched for you at all. You just have to allow yourself to see it. You got to stop fighting yourself, Taurus Gemini. Truth. You got to stop fighting yourself. I know y'all heard that saying, it's really you versus you at the end of the day. It's you versus you. Okay, and y'all can do this. I know you can. So focus on the truth going forward and be diligent. Ooh, be diligent. Okay? Cross your T's, dot your I's, pay attention, Taurus Gemini, especially if you guys are watching this in the now moment while I'm streaming this. Ooh, especially over these next 2 weeks. Pay attention. Be diligent with the energy that you expend, that you give out. Pay attention to what you're allowing yourself to be open to. And also trust that your diligence, though, like for those of y'all that have been in this energy for a minute, I think some of y'all have really been working on your intuition, working on discernment. Trust that you're making progress. You really are. Okay? Yeah. But ultimately, change is here for you, Taurus Gemini. New beginnings, going forward, openness, truth. Yeah. This next moon is going to bring a lot of change for you. And I really, really hope you allow yourself to receive it. Taurus-Gemini, this has been your cosmic energy reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. Maybe feel some confirmation around what you have going on, what's to come here for you. As always, let me know what resonates with you if you're comfortable in the comments down below. If you connected with any of these messages, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this reading and tuning in here with me live. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, okay? But it helps me pick up on your energy, okay? For these daily free readings that I do for the collective. And make sure you have that bell notification turned on, okay? So at least you're notified when I'm live if you would like to tune in. I do have channel membership content, okay, for members only. We'll be doing a Mars retrograde reading next week if you're interested in that, and any of the other energy shift readings that I do, or the monthly forecast readings that I do, or the extended love readings. All right. All of that can be accessed at the link below in my description box, or if you see a join button next to subscribe, go ahead and click that and join where you feel comfortable. Okay, I welcome you guys over there, and I thank you to everybody who has already joined. Taurus-Gemini, yeah, this trust the flow of your emotions, King of Cups, as this moon comes in, okay? And know that the new beginnings and going forward, there is going to be a lot of truth, but that truth is truly going to open you up in the best way possible. Open you up towards your North Node, okay? Towards really getting into your higher vibrations and your higher frequencies so that you can complete what you're here in this lifetime to complete, okay? And a lot of y'all, that has to do with conquering love in some way, victory, right? Six of Wands. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.